I fooled around with this more at school and a little bit here after I got home. And this is what I ended up with. If you remember where we were this morning when that rushed version happened, here was the crop, was the rushed enhancement with those halos going on and, strange things everywhere else. And then I went ahead and took it to here at school, putting in these scan lines. I kind of don't like how thick they are. I was going to make them narrower, but then I just decided, this is a huge improvement over this, which was an improvement, over this. So whether or not you like this, and to tell you the truth, at this point, if this were my photo and I was trying to salvage this, I'd probably say, next time I want to take a little more time setting up my camera and maybe get a better camera that can capture low light like this. This is a tough photo because it's backlit. The light's coming from over here and there's not a lot of light to work with. So, good on the photographer for capturing this shot and good on us for, pushing it forward and trying to make something more of it. And I just want to remind you, the 2560, the full size JPEG is saved out for your desktop picture to go ahead and not only this one, but other ones like it that you work with. Go ahead and put that on your desktop, and then back in the mission, that's the original shot, unenhanced off of Unsplash. But back in the mission, this is the 1920 version. And you know how I know what size these images are? Is I just open them up in a new tab and then roll over it, and I can see. Do you see right there where it says? Well, you can't see it, but if you look up there, it says that it's 1920 by 1080. It's not only in parentheses, but it's also in my file name because I named these with the file name 1920 for the desktop pictures and 2560 for the one I used. 1920 for the images for our journal and online, and then the 2560, of course, for the desktop. So have fun with this, experiment, and know that, if you looked at this and said, and you read some of this, said, hey, what's this blur and blend? I haven't shown you that. I will show you. It's a way to kind of cover up blemishes sometimes and a way to give a photo a really unusual look, and we'll talk more about that. And as far as scan lines go, I'll walk you through this and show you how to create your own scan lines, actually multiples. They're real easy to make and apply, and then because they're applied to a 50% gray layer, I also, if you noticed, can you see this? It's also got lots of dodge and burning on it. So I went ahead and added to that as well. So lots of skills that are still, a mix of kind of advanced and kind of fundamental to how we do things in the Mac Lab. But I want you guys to get used to it, and I want you to save out two versions of this, just like I told you, the 2560 and the 1920, and resize your crop just like I showed you, because it's going to preserve your details. It's going to make your images better. Okay, enough on that. Let's get to, I've got some other stuff I want to share with you. This is really fun for me getting back into this because, almost no Photoshop and Illustrator since COVID because I tried to work with what the kids had. So this is a blast for me getting back into this.